To create MariaDB RDS instance in AWS, we have the official documentation. Here is a link. I will share with you. Here are the steps. You can go through AWS official site. Here are the official site. This first, we are going to create MariaDB RDS instance in AWS using console. Then we will try using Terraform. So before going to Terraform, first we will try how which parameter we have to configure while creating using AWS console. Then only you can understand or you can write a Terraform code. So here are the steps. So same step we will follow. I have logged into my AWS console. Then click on, here is the icon, services. Click on services, and here left side we can see the number of services. Okay, here you can click on database, then select RDS. Then there is no instance, click on DB instance. Then click on create database. And here you have to keep remember in which region you are going to create this RDS. So my current region is US East 2. Okay. That code is this one and location is US East OEO. Here we have option create database. AWS provides different DB engines. Last session we have covered Postgres, MySQL. Now let's try MariaDB. Select standard create. Click on MariaDB. Then here engine we will select default one. Here different engine provider. And one more. Okay, that we will cover later. So click on MariaDB engine version. This one default we will keep. In template section, we will select. Here we have to select production dev test. So difference here is using free tier and production. In production, we have to select multi-edge origin availability zone, then backup, all the setting, extra settings. Now we will select only free tier. Then select on free tier. Here you have to give name. Here we will give the name demo. Then default master username is admin. We will keep this one only. Then type here password. Here are the criteria. What password? So at least we need 8 printable ASCII characters, and you can't contain following. Like we don't need slash, single quote, double quote, and @ Okay. Same, repeat the password. And here we have to in instance configuration. So here you have to keep remember what option we are, what parameter we are selecting while creating using AWS console. Here we have selected standard. Then engine, which engine we are going to use. Here now we are selecting MariaDB in engine option section. Next in template we are selecting free tier. Then setting. So in setting, what are the parameter? DB instance identifier. Any name of your DB instance, we are giving name. Then master username, master password, confirm master password. Then now next section is instance configuration. In this section, here we have to select instance type. In free tier, there are only two options like T2 micro and T3 micro. So for now, we are selecting then T2 micro. Then next section is storage. Storage is, there are different types of provider are there. Already you know, GP2, GP3, IO1, magnetic. Okay, you can see the difference between these. We are going to select here only GP2. Then next parameter in the storage, parameter is one parameter storage type. Second parameter is allocation storage. Here we will select like minimum is value 20 GB, maximum 6144. Now we will select only minimum. The next parameter is storage auto scaling. Do you want to enable this auto scaling or not? So we will select default one. So in the storage section, we have these parameters. Now next section is availability and durability. So here our instance is free tier. So this option is disabled. If you select development or production, this we have to enable multi-agent deployment. So your DB will be in the multi-availability zone. Now next section is connectivity. How do you want to connect your RDS outside? Here are two options. Don't connect to an EC2 compute resource or connect to EC2. So if you want to integrate any EC2 instance with your RDS, we can select this option. Again, it will ask for EC2 instance. For now, we are going to select this option. Don't connect EC2 compute resource. Then next parameter, here we have to select VPC. In which VPC you want to configure your RDS. So for now, we are selecting a default VPC. Okay, default VPC. Then subnet group. It asks for subnet group. Subnet also will select default. Next parameter is public access. Do you want to access publicly? So in the real-time scenario or while working in project, so this public access is not recommended. So for now, we will select no option. We are going to access this instance using EC2 instance that act as a bastion host our SSH tunnel. Then next option is selecting security group. It act as a firewall to allow inbound and outbound traffic. So here in this parameter, we are going to select existing VPC, existing security group. This one, default one, then availability zone, no preference. Next, how you want to connect your RDS out, like in which authentication, like already we have set password. So here we will select password authentication, or you can select IAM role or like this one. Next section is monitoring. For now, this is our demo MariaDB RDS. So we don't need monitoring. So it will send logs to CloudWatch. There you can we can monitor our RDS. Then we have next section is additional configuration. For now, we don't need initial database name, or we can type here like initial database name like test DB parameter group. Different parameter DB parameters are there in the one of the. So we are going to select default one, default this one, option group. So these parameter we have to write manually in the Terraform code. Okay, you have to keep remember. Then backup. For now, we don't need a backup. Then log export. What log you want to export to the publish to Amazon CloudWatch log, audit log, error log, general log, or any log. For now, we don't need, because we will set up this RDS, then we will terminate. In the real-time scenario, we have to enable this backup, X logs, all this one. Then in maintenance, these are the parameter. Enabling auto minor version upgrade will automatically upgrade the newer version as they are released. Like hide your organized setting, you have to select this one. Now we will auto minor version upgrade option. Then for maintenance, you can select a window for time. Okay. For now, we don't need this option. Already we have covered enable deletion protection. By mistakenly, if you click on delete, it will terminate your RDS. So you can protect by accidentally clicking on delete button. You can enable this. Then last option is estimated monthly cost. So this it's showing the Amazon free tier is available for you 12 month. Easy calendar month free tier will allow you to use the Amazon RDS listed below for free. So for every 750 hours, single agent T2 micro, these are the category you can use, and up to the 20 GB SSD and 20 GB for backup. So these are the you can practice free tier instance. Then last option is, so you have to keep remember all these parameters. Next, finally, click on create database. Here in Amazon RDS dashboard, we can see our RDS name is demo, role is instance, engine is MariaDB, size is T2 micro, status is creating. If we click on RDS, then in connectivity, it will generate endpoint port. Here we can see networking, VPC name, subnet, then security group. Here to access outside, we have to open the port. By default, MySQL and MariaDB default port number is 3306. Here go to the security group and click on security group. Then click on edit inbound rule. Here it's only allow for this default security group. Here we have to open two port number. I do custom TCP to access outside 3306. Then for now I'm enabling anywhere. Then click on save rule to access outside. Then one more port. This RDS we are going to access from EC2 instance. So here we are going to create one EC2 instance. For that EC2 instance, we have to we are going to select this only security group. So we will open one more port, that is SSH. Port number is 22. Here anywhere. Then click on save rule. Click on RDS. Let's check status. Here status is still creating. Till then, we will create one EC2 instance to access our RDS instance. Select your instance and RDS should be in one region. So our region is US East 2. Then click on instance running. Click on launch instance. Here we can give name. SSH. Then here we will select application OS image Ubuntu. Number of instances is 1. Default this one, architecture 64-bit, instance type T2 micro free tier is enough. Select the key pair. Already I have created here. Then security group. always select you are practicing. So don't create any new security group. Select existing security group. Already we have default one. Already open 22 port number in this security group. Then default storage at 8 GB is enough. Then advanced details. For now, we don't need all this. Then click on launch instance. Then click on view all instances. So this first step we have done, create MariaDB RDS instance in AWS using AWS console. Now next, connect to MariaDB AWS RDS using EC2 instance. So first we have created EC2 instance and we have opened port number to access instance 22. Then copy the public IP of this EC2 instance here, copy. Then open the putty, type here IP, then click on SSH, give the path of your key pair. This is my key pair. Then click on open. Already we have opened the port. That's why it is accessing. Default name, username is Ubuntu. Let's change font setting. Next, connect MariaDB RDS instance. We have to install MariaDB client. Here is the official site to install MariaDB client. Here are all the steps. Only one command is there for Debian base OS Ubuntu. This one. So first let's update system packages. Sudo apt. Clear the screen. To install MariaDB client, this is the command. Here I have already added here. Then paste. It will install MariaDB client. Here we have installed MariaDB client. So as per the official documentation of AWS, how we can connect. This is a link. To connect my MariaDB RDS instance, there are many options. So using CLI, like you can access AWS CLI also, using REST API or using MySQL client. What is the syntax? MySQL -h. -h means host. Host will be, let's go to the RDS. Let's check whether the RDS instance got ready. Yes, now status is available. Click on RDS. You can see endpoint, this one. Your RDS instance endpoint. Then default port number is 3306. So what is the syntax? MySQL -h host endpoint means this is the endpoint. Next, -p means port. Default port is 3306 and default username is admin and we have to give password. So here I have copied command here. like a MySQL-H. Let's replace our endpoint URL from AWS RDS console. Copy this. Paste here. MySQL-H. This is my endpoint. -p port number. Default username is admin, and -p password it will last password. Don't give password on console for security reason. Copy this. Then enter. It will ask for password. I have set password. Now you have connected to this RDS instance from EC2 Instance. This is a MariaDB console. To show the database in MariaDB, command is show databases. Spelling mistake is there. And while creating RDS, we have given one database name. That is test1. Okay. Now next. So here we have covered creating MariaDB RDS instance in AWS using AWS console. Next, install MySQL, created EC2 instance, install MySQL client. Then we have connected our RDS using CLI. MySQL CLI, MySQL client